I have. And I found that I am way healthier, like markedly healthier.
Than smoking.
Than
eating rather than smoking.
Than I was. Wasn't smoking or eating. And I was taking all these pills and trying to get better. I have a failed hip replacement.
Okay.
And nothing was working. So I finally tried the medical pot. Now, I used to smoke it. And then I quit years ago because it was too strong.
Right. You could go back to country radio. You don't need to be hip to work there.
Okay, I don't want to. Anyway, so
okay, she loves what she's doing. Sorry for the bad country radio joke. Okay,
it's okay. But anyway, so it started helping me, because I would eat like a quarter of a cookie, and it was way better than 4 Tylenol 3s, right?
Right.
And I started feeling better, and I'm like, well, now wait. So then I started playing with it and experimenting, and I got my card.
And have you helped people, terminal patients and things like that, with these food who had a difficulty getting smoking stuff and wanted an easier way?
Yeah, it is primarily, I want to help people learn how to use the medicine.
Got it.
If they need it,
okay.
how to use it.
So do's and don'ts of cooking with green Pepto or whatever you call it. Do's and don'ts. What is the first don't? Don't put too much in?
Do not, like you guys are saying, don't ever give it to anyone who doesn't know it's in there.
Oh, that's the big don't. Yeah.
Ever, ever, ever. When you eat it, it takes longer to work, but it lasts longer.
Even when you're the person who eats it, it can surprise you.
Yeah.
You can go, whoa, what's that? No, yeah, that's right.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I got real surprised the other day. I had to go to bed at 2 p.m. But that's another story. Anyway, I was recipe testing.
It was a wonderful sleep.
It was very calm.
Okay. So, all right. So, number one, the safety issue, as with any medicine.
Exactly.
I mean, pretty much the same with your OxyContin, which you no longer need so much.
Right.
Yes.
And like if you have kids in the house, I mean, you have to make sure that no one under 21 ever tries this, because it's strong medicine.
It's too strong for under 21.
I
You
think
can go and you can fight for our country, but you can't fight for this just yet.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, how to cook?
Primarily, THC is held in suspension in fat. That's why you were mentioning earlier how it stays in your body for 28 days. That's because it's held in fat, in your fat cells. Okay, so you need to extract the THC and the cannabinoids and all the other stuff, the good stuff that's in the medicine. You need to extract it into a fat. So you take a pound of butter and an ounce of shake, which is leaves and, kind of the extra stuff.
The residue, the leftovers.
So you're
from
starting
the
to sound a
harvest.
little like Paula Deen here with all this butter.
It's a bit of a recipe, yeah. But then you just simmer it real slow for 5-6 hours.
So you simmer it in butter.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you start.
You put the product in a fat. It could be olive oil. It could be coconut oil.
And then do you scrape out the leaves and stuff
And
so that
after-
it no
yeah,
longer...
yeah.
Oh, so you no longer have to... Because I remember a long time ago chewing through some brownies and it was like, man,
it's
this tastes
not
like
one
dirt.
of those Hostess cupcakes and instead of cream in the middle there's a big bud. That's not how you
Okay,
cook
so you don't
properly.
ever even know you're chewing on
You would never know.
sticks and all of
Right.
that
You
because
should
they're
never
gone
be
by
doing
the time you
You
put
strain it.
So you're creating a, what did you call that when you...
It's a medicated butter. Call it can of butter or can of oil, whatever. But then you use that
butter.
Yeah.
Pot-K butter.
But you use that to cook with. So as long as you've got a fat in
And now, how do you
use it.
know portion size?
That's a trick.
That's a
That's
trick,
bit of a trick, and that's another thing.
That's why you wind up with some
2:00 nap.
Yeah.
That's why you have testers in the kitchen.
Yeah, I
And
need
pillows
an intern.
everywhere.
Pillows.
Okay.
You have to really be careful. And when you do cook at home, it's very much about experimenting.
Okay.
So you can't say, eat half this cookie. I don't know what your tolerance is. Mine's pretty high. Yours is probably
I imagine
0.
mine is 0 at the moment because it's
0.
been like 25 years this October.
So if you ate a quarter of this, you'd have a best afternoon ever, Bob.
No. Until someone called the police. Yeah, because that would make
There's a
me...
nude guy in the tree in my front yard.
But he's
That would
feeling
make me buy other things.
I understand.
Yeah, which I shouldn't do.
I understand.
Do you know what I'm
I
saying?
do.
Like a
Abso.
Yanni record.
Yeah.
Like a Yanni record.
Or like the second Weezer album.
Oh, that one?
And then the neighbors would report me, and I would be disturbing the peace.
Sweatshirt and a kitten. What's
Yeah.
wrong?
I know.
But I have it's cool for everybody else. All right. So now I learned something brand new. I had no idea that that's what you did. What about these controversial? And this is a different thing, and maybe this is not your area of expertise. But all these people that are cooking this hash oil stuff with the butane and all, you don't get into any of that.
No, hell no.
That
is
requires
a, bad
real.
idea.
I mean, they're going to make it legal, but it's going to be a real business that does it with real,
sure. Yeah.
proper equipment, not camping equipment with butane.
Don't be doing that.
So
in
don't
your
bother
house.
with that. You don't do
that's
that.
Just stupid.
You just make
delicious medicated
Medicated
treats.
butter.
Yeah, and I just mostly I want to help people learn how to use this
So then do you
medicine.
substitute the butter in the recipe or only a small amount of that particular butter with regular butter?
Well, depending on how strong you make your butter.
Okay.
If you use a lot of shake,
Oh,
then
okay, I see.
it'd be less strong than if you used some bud and some
And
shake.
we're running a little out of time. So you do cooking classes for people that are really interested.
Yeah.
Do you find like you get grandmothers and people?
Oh,
and-
Bob, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's people like it's these nice middle-aged people who used to smoke it and now they want to try it again. And there's a lot of those people at the dispensaries, like me.
Yeah.
And then there's a few people in the younger who want to learn how to cook, just basically cook. And then, oh, by the way, you could use the medicine.
So you do regular cooking classes too?
Yeah.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
And then the laws are vague and developing as we speak. Are you allowed to have a public class? I mean, there are these
Absolutely.
class kitchens
Yeah.
at PCC, or do you have
Sure.
to do it in homes? Or
No, it's just an instructional class. I don't sell anything. I don't give anything away.
She doesn't have to like sneak into the woods and do it quietly.
By the way,
Yeah.
people can see you wink because we have video cameras.
It's just a twitch I have.
how many cookies will
Oh,
cure
it's
that-
just a twitch,
how many
folks.
cookies to
She just
cure
had
the
a twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work on that later.
In other words, you're not in the business of that, but
No.
you will show people.
Well, yeah, and like I've hooked up with this company, Cush Tourism, and they're doing
I heard about them. Yeah.
pot tours, and it's cool.
They were part of our report the other day.
Yeah, they came in Sunday. We had a big tour, and it was really
And
fun.
people will come from other parts of the world and want to learn about this unique
Yeah.
part of our culture now.
Yeah, and it's just
the way it goes.
it's a good way to show people a method of how to perhaps maybe get some good medicine or get baked, whatever.
All right. Yes, Joe.
I want to thank you first, Mary, for coming in this morning and also for getting out of radio, because we have gotten so many texts from people that have missed you on the radio and said once you left, they came and became fans of ours. So I appreciate that.
Yes.
And also, while the name Mary White is huge in the Seattle market for radio, have you considered Mary Jane Green or something? I mean, you're on the cutting edge of something here.
Yeah, Mary Jane. You
Yeah,
should be Mary Jane.
and change it to Green. I mean, you can be the
Or
Paula,
just change your middle name, Mary Jane White.
Yeah, the
It'd be
Paula
fine.
Dean
Keep both.
of this whole marijuana
Paula
cooking
Green.
thing.
Another texter suggests you should copyright partake instead of parquet. Butter, partake.
butter.
Yeah,
Very good.
it's cute. All right. Mary, thank you very much. For
Thank you,
information, how do
guys.
people find you?
www.thepantryraid.com.
Thepantryraid.com.
Yeah, or Facebook. I'm on the Facebook on Mary White or on the Pantry Raid. I'm
All right.
all over, Bob.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mary White. Very good. Very nice.
Thanks,
Thank you.
you guys.